Very good afternoon. It's the 12th day of August 2025, and we're here again in the markets as usual, looking for opportunities. I hope all is going on well, especially with your portfolios and, of course, your insurance stocks. It's all guns blazing as far as the insurance sector is concerned, and I am now wishing and hoping that everyone took heed of the advice I gave during my interview with Channels TV last week, Wednesday, because right from that day up till this moment, insurance stocks have been going 10% on a daily basis. It has not stopped, not abated yet. I just hope that someone has not sold their insurance stocks based on all of the analysis done even up till yesterday. Thank you very much, everybody. It's good to be back here again. I hope that you can hear me loud and clear on the two platforms we are able to engage this time, talking about TikTok and Instagram. So if you can hear me from TikTok, just go ahead and type yes, yes, yes. If you can hear me on Instagram, please go ahead and type yes, yes, yes. For anybody who bought any insurance stock yesterday, congratulations, because you are 10% up already. And if you bought since Wednesday last week, then I'm sure you are about 40% up on your insurance stocks. The better days are here, like I said in that interview, and it is not going anytime soon. Thank you very much. I can see your yeses on all fronts. So we are good to go today, at least on Instagram and TikTok alone. For now, that's the much that we can take care of or accommodate. Thank you very much. Once again, if you are just joining, I am your wealth coach with a passion for helping individuals and corporate organizations grow their personal and corporate net worth via investing in the capital markets and the money markets. And most of you are living witnesses with your live testimonials of what you have already benefited from. Thank you very much. I see Rehoboth there confirming I bought WAPIC yesterday. Indeed, during the close of yesterday's trading, WAPIC was being licked up. The few offers left, and by the time market was about closing, there was no offer anywhere. Also the same with Royal X as well. Royal X was very much available. Eventually it got licked up, and today they are all doing the maximum gains of 10% each. So sit tight in that insurance industry. A lot is yet to come. I know the initial excitement will overrun a lot of people, and people will think they are left out, but no, there's a whole lot more for those who will be patient in this market, because a whole new dawn has finally come. Imagine Guinea Insurance that I was waiting for it to give me 100% so I can sell. That's coming from Nafisa, so I can sell, is on full bid. Oh wow, my goodness, happy days are here, isn't it, Nafisa? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I will proceed to do a quick review of market activities yesterday and then go on to take most of your comments as much as I can. Let me go ahead and introduce our moderators in the house who are also executive members of Net Worth Investors Club. Talking about Maobi is in the building already. Rehoboth and Gratitude Boss, thank you very much for joining. They will be also responding to your comments. They are very knowledgeable, and that's what we're all about. We are here to share knowledge as much as possible so that everyone else can benefit. You know, a tree cannot make a forest. If I claim to be the one behind this alone, I would be lying to you. I am always open to collaboration, and indeed, I've had fantastic people join me to pursue this dream. And of course, you can see the results already with the kind of impact you are getting already. Who is Bolarinwa? Who is Bolarinwa? Says, Coach, thank you for WAPIC. You actually took the final decision, and so a greater part of the commendation should go to you, because you could have as well just stood aside and not acted. But you see, a lot is going to happen, and I can tell you, I will coach you into the next generation of wealth that is packed in the insurance industry. All we need is transparency and execution. A lot of times, Nigeria has never even lacked these policies. We have never lacked good policies. What we normally are faced with is the will to implement these policies. And I can tell you from what I have seen in the insurance reform bill, act that is already a law right now. If they stick to it, I can tell you a lot is going to be happening in that industry. We could just see a mini banking industry experience in the insurance sector. So I'm going to take my time to also work on the best of all these insurance companies, because not all of them are profitable. A lot is now happening, and it's an industry-wide rally. But I can tell you, not all insurance stocks are strong, and some of them will be swallowed up, like I shared in that interview. Some of them will be taken over by the bigger ones, but the most important thing is most of them are still underpriced, even if they look like they are scarce right now, and have become more expensive than they were before. But we will see how it goes, so that we can, whatever you couldn't do with banking stocks, if we see the policy being implemented so well, excuse me, then it means there is a great future. I will give it 5 years from now. Whatever strong insurance company you hold on to and adhere to strictly, they are going to receive a lot of cash flow into their business. Revenues will flow there, because suddenly real estate developers, including government properties that will be developed, are going to be compelled to insure those buildings. All right, so a whole lot is going to happen. We will reposition ourselves. Whether you have the insurance stocks now or not doesn't matter. What will happen is, I can still predict that eventually those who are buying and selling will be done. When they pull out their funds, the stock prices will come down and then normalize. Then we will hear news about a time schedule or timetable, if you like, of insurance companies that will eventually talking about their recapitalization. Depending on what category of the insurance business that any of these companies are involved in, you will eventually start seeing those recapitalization. So there will be public offers, there will be rights issues, there will be private placements, and then there will always be mergers and acquisitions, because not all of the insurance companies can really raise the money required to recapitalize in their category of business. Okay, so we are in this journey. Like I told you, we will make money this year, and we're already making that money, and hopefully it gets better from here. The wisdom you get from here will so establish you in a matter of time. Like I say, just give it 3 to 5 years from now, you'll be amazed what has happened. Our insurance landscape is experiencing a fantastic turnaround. So ladies and gentlemen, I go on straight to the review of yesterday's performances. The Nigerian Stock Exchange closed marginally higher. There has been profit taking here and there, but yet the all share index continues to inch up 0.1% yesterday. Now it stands at 145,948 points. Now, it used to be difficult for the all share index to hit 100,000. That 100,000 milestone has been a struggle for the exchange. A lot of times it touches 90 and then gets pushed back, goes back to 70, crawls for so long, but a whole lot has changed from what we are seeing, 145,000 already. And the insurance sector led the rally, as you are seeing, surging about 9.7% yesterday, followed by moderate gains in the banking sector, and of course then consumer goods also, and then oil and gas and industrial goods. Market capitalization now is 92.34 trillion naira on a total trading volume of 2.12 billion shares, valued at 19.4 billion naira. So across 40,435 deals, if you bought insurance stocks, then your transaction is amongst those deals. And of course, the total amount of money spent, 19.4 billion naira. That money you spent buying insurance stocks is also captured there. The question I have for any other person who is not investing is, where is your money going? Because it's better to put your money where it grows than to put it where it doesn't. Can we buy WAPIC now? Iffy Herbs. You have been asking about WAPIC that I mentioned even yesterday, including when I actually bought. I think I bought WAPIC last Friday. I kept mentioning over and over during yesterday's live stream, go ahead and buy. And it was available and some people bought. You can buy. But it's getting to that point where you may not need to chase a moving train. This is an unusual rally. So somehow, some way, I get to say, okay, go ahead and buy. But you know what? There will come a time when supply starts appearing amongst these insurance stocks. That means if you have not gotten at all up till that time when supplies begins to appear in great quantities, then you shouldn't be buying that time, because the dumping will begin. Honestly, some cash will eventually be leaving, and it's up to us to determine when not to buy or when to buy. So it's all insurance all over the place, and I'm happy some of you are already benefiting from it. That's the much I can take regarding the review of activities in the market yesterday. Maybe I should also mention the top gainers for the day yesterday were ICO Insurance, Custodian Insurance, TIP also was the top, amongst the top gainers, Uni Insurance, and Veritas Cap. All of them 10% maximum gains for the day. Top losers were NGX Group, Union Homes REIT, USCN, Living Trust, and Multiverse. Right? Hi, coach. Can I sell my NGX Group shares and move to insurance? Which do you advise, please? Okun Wonye. The tricky thing about your question now is that you could just sell and go into an insurance company that is just about to pull back. Now, it is not automatic to buy any insurance company the moment you sell a stock. That's because you will go and now join the queue of 25 million bidders or bids standing by, and so on and so forth. So I am thinking this is a very tricky one. Now, this is a situation where you may just sell the NGX Group, and then the moment you sell, it starts going back up, because the pullback on NGX Group also has been really a lot, and that could mean it's coming to an end. So the drop may not continue, and you just could, your timing could just fall into a situation or category where suddenly you sold when the dip was done, and then a rebound was almost certain and ready. So you are in that 50-50 situation of selling off and seeing the stock price of NGX suddenly recovering, and then going to queue up for the insurance stocks that are completely unavailable at this point, only to eventually buy it, and then they are ready to pull back. So challenges here and there. I wonder what happens. I don't know what the situation is with Instagram now. I'm receiving signals that the volume is not loud. There is nothing special I should be doing about this right now, because everything else is done. Can you hear better now on Instagram? Please confirm, Instagram family, if the volume is better now. Okay, so that's the case with the reviews. We go on to your questions. Coach, for Okomu Oil, if I top up, will I still qualify for the dividend? Okomu Oil qualification should have passed by now. I do not think that you will qualify for the dividend if you top up right now. Let me check to see. I think it was August. Hold on, let me be sure. Okomu Oil dividend, that's the interim dividend 2025 qualification date, right? Okay. Dividends will actually be paid 22nd of this month, but qualification date August 8th. So you are no longer going to qualify for that dividend. Do you think I can get 50,000 NIDF at 110 Naira? Edozie is asking. Let me check what the situation with NIDF is right now. Currently it's at 112 Naira 90 kobo per share. $110 amongst the 441,000 bids is there are about 139,900 shares there. 50,000. Are you the one that placed that order there? I'm seeing your order, 50,000 shares of NIDF at 110 Naira. It's possible. There's nothing impossible with this particular stock, especially if you have someone who wants to sell in bulk. I'm seeing an offer of 80,000 at 113. If the person waits and waits and waits, okay, there is also someone, that bid at 78 at 112, 78,000 shares at 112. We tempt that seller at 80,000 to sell to them. But if you stay on, it's possible that another heavy seller may just run out of patience towards closing and sell to you at 110, because you have now I like us to understand this. When you want to bargain in the market, it's all about your cash. If you have cash for bargain, then you can really compete. Why? Because somebody can be there with 2,000 shares bidded for at 114 naira per share, for example, and you have 50,000 shares bidded for at 110. Now, the point is, somebody who wants to sell may just go and sell to you, especially if they have bulk, because it doesn't really matter the difference, since the person bidding higher does not have sufficient bids on the table. So that's the way it works. When you have volume like this, stay on and you will be amazed how somebody just jumps in and sells to you. So a dossier, I think that's very possible. All we need is one desperate seller who has sufficient quantity. He will jump at your bid. Okay, LT Bilco still a good buy. Well, it's still a good buy if you ask me. It's about the only penny stock that really has not done any rally, and that continues to make me get set for a solo rally when its own day will come. For now, not moving, and I'm seeing USCN drop as low as 67. Thank God for the person who asked to buy USCN that I told to wait yesterday. USCN is about to go on full offer, and it's looking really interesting at this point. They are clearing off every bid of USCN on the table, and it's looking really, really interesting right now. We see how far this goes. Okay, Coach, what do you think of C&I leasing, your finance guy? C&I is a big business that has not really done sufficient publicity about what they are doing and what they are up to at the moment. Something great may still happen eventually with C&I leasing. I am having a feeling that they will hit the market with a surprise. So if you see C&I leasing around 6, it usually drifts back to 6, and then bids will jump in again at 7 and so on. I'm seeing now that bids are growing, 2.6 million bids versus 1.2 offers. So price has moved from 745 to 7 naira 60 kobo. That's one other stock that may do a solo run. We will see how it goes, but if you are really convinced to buy C&I leasing, please go ahead, because they have some level of international presence that we cannot underestimate. All right, I already bought ICO weeks back at 1 naira 77 kobo. I'm just going to wait for pullback and buy more. Clean, you are simply amazing. So you got in that time when I was talking about it, and you stayed in there even after I sold. Now, this is what we call the very ready mind for wealth creation. You know, I had my reasons for selling, and without any form of foresight towards what's going to happen, Clean held on, and now it has paid off. This is what I try to teach, that we get have an independent mind towards these things. You know what? It has paid off for standing by, and the good thing is that every move eventually was a good long-term move. You see, I was the long-term preacher, but I couldn't hold on to my AICO because I saw some other opportunities, and there are no regrets about it whatsoever. While I'm even happy with my decision, I'm happier that someone held on and now is making a kill. Imagine buying AICO most recently a few weeks ago at 1 naira 77 kobo, and what we are seeing here now, AICO is tearing the charts at 4 naira 23 kobo. You see, this is what I always say, and let me repeat it. The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it rewards us sometimes quicker than we ever imagine. So you see, Adrian Pearl Studio said, I sold too. Well, that's how it goes. Sometimes some of us have patience levels that we cannot really maintain. Sorry about that, Instagram viewers. Sorry about that. We are really trying to manage the situation here. So you see, some of us have different levels of patience, and from time to time we are faced with these challenges. All right, so good thing is that we are in a fold where we'll continue to take advantage of opportunities as they come. We're not done yet. More opportunities are coming. I'm sure the money was put somewhere. It will still yield for you, but this is how we grow together here, celebrating each other's wins no matter what. And of course, I had to still go back, and then I found it was possible to buy WAPIC last Friday. I took position just as I announced. Was it? No, it wasn't on Friday. It was on Wednesday. I did the last session. I took position in WAPIC, and up till yesterday, WAPIC was available. I advised others to take position, and today, so many others are in the bus. Coach, please, what price can I buy charms? Call me Temitope. Charms, because of the rights issue, has lost investors' focus for now. But you know what? We are fully invested and staying put there. Interestingly, the bids for charms are so much, 14.5 million bids versus just 6.7 million offers. So charms continues to command some level of respect. At 2 naira 52 kobo is the highest bid, and I think that's fair unless you want to wait. But you see, the bids are higher, far higher, more than double the offers, and that speaks volumes in spite of the fact that some people are going to buy charms at less than 2 naira per share during the rights issue. So you may want to just go ahead, and if you want to close out immediately, maybe you should place your bid at 252, or you want to wait a bit and strike a little bit of bargain here and there, then you go ahead and place a bid at 2 naira 50 kobo. Ada Otache says, Coach, God will bless you. I'm lucky to have found you. Ada Otache, I am the one who is lucky to have found you, who is ready to run with the ideas being shared here, because I was sent to a category of people that needs this information to change their financial levels. And I'm really glad that I've met you. Thank you very much, everyone who is doing one thing or the other to improve their financial fortunes. That's what we're all about, without any form of fraud. You see, the efforts people put in to commit fraud is far more. The kind of evil that they have to do to engage in their fraud is far more compared to what we do here. Just 2 hours a day, and then you do 1 or 2 readings, join the group, and then follow what I share on all social media platforms, including my YouTube channels. You are good to go, making money without stress, legitimate money that will really, really reward you even after your retirement. Far better than getting involved in one fraud or the other. So better days indeed, especially when we have social media where we can now come across each other. Unlike 27 years ago when I started, no internet, no phone, nowhere else to get information. Nobody tells you about any brokerage firm or nothing. You've got to work hard manually and grind your way through getting information through the newspapers and all that. So please, let's take advantage of these opportunities we have. You wake up on your bed, you see information that have been shared on my social media platform. You go and act on it, and then you see the result in your bank account. That's what we're all about here. I bought ICO at 1 naira 62, and I am 134% up. Chiejine Ubome, congratulations. You should be more than 134 up at the end of today. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Coach, please, no regrets. We are still making money. Alerted King, absolutely, that's the point. Even Ojukes got ICO at 1 naira 70 kobo, up 137%. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Let's keep going. Coach, please talk about Academy Press. Dropped from 11 to 8. Grace, I've advised not to buy a moving train or jump into a moving train. If you bought Academy Press at 11, then you just have to stay on and watch it dip. Wait for it to dip and buy more to average down. Anything you buy from 8 that it is right now, is it at 8? Academy Press, there's value in that stock. Time will tell. I think it's at a value zone right now. 8 naira 70 kobo currently. There are still more offers in the market. 1.5 million offers versus 759,000 bids. So what you will do, wait to see how low it drops, and then you buy some. I think that's the best thing to do. So that it lowers your entry price, because anything you buy now at around 8 plus, it automatically lowers your original entry price. Okay, Coach, should I buy more ICO or use the money for charms? That's coming from wow, this thing jumps so fast. Okay, that's coming from Beauty Finds Shop. Oh my god, this thing has jumped again. For charms rights, I think you should protect your charms by taking up the rights, because I foresee a situation where charms will officially become more scarce after the offer, after the rights issue. I can tell you, because more information will be released on what they need to do with the money, and then perhaps it could coincide with a better result in third quarter earnings reports, and then charms may not be available anymore. So I advise that you preserve that cash to take up your charms rights. Wow, Simply Onos says, I bought ICO at 1 naira 22 kobo. You guys are making real money, and I said it here before. That's why I keep saying money making in the Nigerian market or in the stock market as a whole is a marathon. Nobody saw this coming regarding the insurance companies, but because we kept coming on a daily basis, making sure, just imagine we didn't meet 1 week before, and then after now we just appear only to see insurance stocks jumping. Let's keep doing what we are doing, keep spreading the news. By all means, while you are gathering knowledge, you will still be making money. Any advice on Owando stock, General Gideon? Absolutely not at the moment. Owando is going to be raising some capital. They have made that known to the public, and maybe the investing public or the market is really not impressed with their finances so far. But anything can happen. We just watch and see. No need to rush into Owando at the moment. I can tell you, Coach, I can't find tip on Atlas portfolios. Grams, you can actually go onto the growth platform, not the equity, not the premium. When you scroll under a market view, you click on that arrow, you will see a drop-down menu. Scroll all the way down to growth, and then scroll down. TIP is the last listed company on the growth board. All right, you will see it there. That's where TIP is. Please, on which app can I buy Wapik? Yemik on TikTok. We advise any app. If you ask around and get information about what apps, what experiences people have had with their apps, you can be able to make up your mind. But for me personally, I use Atlas portfolios. Okay, this is me also trying to apologize to all of you who prefer to use TikTok. Yesterday was not easy trying to put things together to connect with you, but today, good thing, it's better now. So we make good progress. Coach, please, what do you think of NPF Microfinance Bank, Universal Insurance PLC, ABC Transport? That's from Abuja Shoe. Oh, it's scrolled back up again. That's from Abuja Shoe. Oh my God. Abuja Shoe Slipper Plug. All right. For NPF, I think they've done a lot, and there's always an oversupply of that stock every time it tries to make genuine moves. Okay, so I do not see too much capital gains for NPF Microfinance Bank. But if you ask me, I have known them for many years now, even when they continue to trade under 2 naira for so long. And I can tell you, NPF Microfinance Bank has been consistent with their dividend payment. They make good money and they reward shareholders. If you want to take position, I am not very comfortable at the current price, but I could be wrong. Maybe they should be, what, about 4 naira now? Current price is 3 naira 17, but there's always a tendency for it to pull back. So if you have plans to take position, watch out for that stock around Fridays when investor apathy is at its highest level. Then you take position there. Not bad at all. Universal Insurance, good stock, good revenue. I think they also make good net profit, but they may be acquired if care is not taken, depending on what category of the insurance business they are licensed to operate, vis-a-vis their required capital raise or recapitalization. And then for, where's the last stock you mentioned? And then ABC Transport. I haven't really known or read about the full details of the diversification that ABC is involved in, but I think there's a lot of activities going on there. Seeing the sustained rise in the share price, it's definitely not going to be those old days anymore. So in the end, we'll see how ABC transforms. More news about the progress they are making in their diversification venture will see to a sustained increase in the share price. But for now, let's also remember that we need the financial reports. I haven't really checked to see what the financial reports are like, even up to the second quarter results that have been released. But I think some resurrection work is going on there. Good day, coach. What's your overall take on LLX? Is it still okay to jump in now or wait? I thought that anybody who was interested in LLX would have gone in when it dropped to 9 naira and lingered around there, even touching 8. But guess what? LLX is now at 16. This stock behaves somehow. When it pulls back so hard, people get afraid. If you had original intention to get in, I think that 9 naira level was about the best time, or even 10. Now it's jumped to 16 and it's on full bid. It could just do this and pull back again to maybe 10 or 11, and then people will still get scared of getting in. I think LLX is on a sustained rise, but not without various intermittent pullbacks here and there. So if you want, the best approach is to wait for a very serious pullback and then take a long-term position, and don't be in a hurry to sell. That's what I advise about LLX. Now, Favor Agbeti says, I brought USC when it is running and a bit much. Should I just stop up or wait? I average down to 87. Okay, I think for USC, and just wait till it bottoms out, because it's still the supplies are still flying into the market and depressing the price, which makes it puts you at an advantage somehow, because you could wait for it and buy cheaper. Well, even though it dropped to 67 and almost out of supply, out of bid, some more bids have come in and we're seeing it at 71. Though that 71 is looking fake. We're seeing 68 naira also, which is the highest bid. So it's looking like that 58, 68.20 or something around 68 could be a good entry price to patiently buy USCN if you like. Otherwise, you wait again tomorrow, it could still dip further, you just can't tell. Okay, I like the fact that Instagram now scrolls. Maybe they heard our complaint and then they have improved on that. Hi coach, please, when is Charms rights issue coming up? Okunwonye rights issue for Charms actually is open. Yesterday, we got information and I shared it here. Everyone who was waiting to buy Charms, the ball is now in your court to do so. Coach, what is your take on PZ? Adeake? PZ is in that situation where no one can tell what happens, because there is a stalemate between what the buyers are offering to the retail investors versus what the retail investors really want in terms of valuation of the stock for the payout. Otherwise, there has been a plan for PZ to be delisted, and so the price just keeps going up and down. Currently down to 36. We saw it rise to over 40 naira per share. But as we speak, 3.4 million offers versus 620,000 bids. Coach, please, can I still buy WAPIC right now or wait? If he helps, I thought I responded. If you want, please go ahead and buy if you find a supply. But also get ready to average down should there be a sell down by the short-term traders who took position right earlier when it was around 2 naira something. Okay, so WAPIC actually is also on full bid. Yesterday I was talking here, it was still available and some people keyed in, and now today it's jumped from the 3 naira 70 kobo it closed yesterday to 4 naira 7 kobo as we speak. 17 million bids, 0 offers. Benjamin Taibolaji says, I bought mine at 1 naira 65. I'm sure he's referring to Aiko. So people have made good money on these stocks, and it's really interesting how things can turn around. And that's one beautiful thing about the market. One day you just wake up, you see a stock that you never gave a chance suddenly becoming the high flyer in your portfolio. Ajuan Pearl Studio says, thank you so much, coach. You're the best. Please, is UPDC for long term? UPDC has to be for long term now. if you never had it for a long time, can you imagine UPDC that was struggling to climb to 3 naira some months ago? Right in this very year, around April, May, UPDC was still struggling to stay on top of 3 naira. Every time it climbs to 3, it drops back to 2 something. And now today, UPDC is at 9 naira per share. So many people bought into UPDC, especially those who were trying to buy stocks for their children. You know, there was a time in the course of this year, around February, March, I kept hammering on opening a minor account for our children and getting some of these penny stocks for them. Suddenly, their money has tripled, because even if you bought at 3, it's now 9 naira, 3 times what it used to be. Interesting, isn't it? What are the stocks to buy now? Olamide 75 is asking. Okay, if you ask me because of the up and down jumping of the market, I would say any insurance stock you see available, you buy, or you stand down and hold on for a major pullback. There's a lot of hot money running into insurance stocks, and it will only take a major pullback by those hot monies coming out of those stocks for us to have a chance to get into insurance companies right now. But I am seeing some form of opportunities in a stock like USCN, which dropped to 68. I will rather buy at that 68. I put a bid at that 68 and see if I get some today. And then tomorrow, if it drops even further to maybe 62, I will still get some more. That's what I would do with USCN. Then I will go on to Transcorp. Transcorp should do better than this, but there is that caveat of not doing well in terms of dividend payout and therefore getting stagnated all the time. So I will be looking at Transcorp with my side eye. Not too bad a stock to target for a good entry eventually. And then I will take a look at where are these stocks now? Yes, Dangote Cement is looking even more interesting like never before. Too many supplies compared to the bids. Just 52,000 bids versus 1.6 million offers. So I will go in there, take some of this Dangote Cement and relax my nerves while I wait to watch and see what happens going forward. I think those are the stocks I will be jumping into almost immediately, while expecting a lull before the third quarter result comes out. So we are in a season where some stocks will just be looking at you and looking like nothing's going to happen. Yes, Ben Adeleke says, I bought UPDC 1 naira 64 kobo and now it's 9 naira. Interesting, isn't that? Okay, please, what's your advice? Royalex. Up till yesterday, we had Royalex available in the market, substantial quantity just before we closed. While I was talking and before we could finish, by the time I came back to now see if I could buy Royalex, what happened? Royalex disappeared, got leaked up completely. Let's see how much it is. It closed eventually yesterday at 2 naira 62 and now it's 286. No offer in the market. By the way, the highest bid is at 288, right? 37 million bids, 0 offers. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, at exactly 1 p.m., 1 hour into this live stream, we'll be going on to take calls on TikTok. So get set as we continue our journey here, right here. So I was still talking about stocks to buy. We go ahead and check. ABC Transport suddenly jumps to 490 kobo from a lost position, and well, bid and offer 500 bid versus 600,000 offers. Coach, please, what's the best price to buy Academic Press? Based on how everybody's attention is now skewed towards the insurance sector, I would advise a wait and see if Academy dips below 8. Today it's 870 though, refusing to budge even though the bids are 757,000 versus 1.5 million offers. So the fact is it's dropped from 9. It's a good sign that some people might just get tired and still sell below 8. We never know. The least price you can sell for today is 8 naira 10 kobo, but we are very far from there considering the bids. Highest bid is at 8 naira 50 kobo at the moment. Good day, coach. What about First Hold Co? First Hold Co is now in that permanent break situation that it always does. It can linger at 32 and maybe jump between 32 and 35 for a while before anything substantial happens again. I think that's the situation with First Hold Co. So nothing much is expected until maybe third quarter result is announced, and then they do one corporate action or the other. What do you think about Learn Africa, your finance guy? Learn Africa. I rate Learn Africa second to Academy Press. Without any ado, Learn Africa is one very well managed printing company amongst all listed printing companies on the stock exchange, right? So I'm not surprised now. Learn Africa is up to 7 naira 10 kobo as we speak, with 1.3 million bids versus 944,000 offers. So it looks interesting, and it can only get better with Learn Africa. Just the way Academy ran, Learn Africa has moved from 5 to 6 to 7. In fact, Learn Africa was selling at 6 when I spotted Academy at 5 and shared with us. Academy was at 5 naira 10 kobo as at that time, but what we got was Academy eventually sprinting past 10, 11, 12 before pulling back. So I think well rated amongst listed printing companies after Academy Press. Learn Africa. Coach, please, Charms is 261. Can I buy? Olamide. Let me take a look at the bid and offer. Charms is surprising me with their bid and offer levels. Now, Olamide, I guess you are using an app to check, or whatever platform you are checking from. They are showing you yesterday's price. Charms is actually possible to be bought at 254. I'm seeing offers over 190,000 offers at 254. And if you want to bargain hunt, then you could place bids at 253. But there are a lot of bids, more than 1.5 million bids at 253. So it's up to you to buy immediately at 254, just giving up that 1 kobo difference to take position in Charms. Still, the bids for Charms is double the offers on the table. Anything can still happen. Maybe, just maybe, in the course of this rights issue that Charms is offering, we will get to know more about what they are into and what they will do, because that's part of the documentation during rights issue or public offer. The company will come out with plans and layout of how they intend to utilize the capital, and also give you an insight into what they have already done. I've told you before that Charms has already gone international. They've opened part of their business, I think, is it in Senegal or something like that, and they are still making more progress. So, offer documents of the rights issue will expose more and perhaps get more people interested. Okay? Coach, can I top up my C&I leasing? Kabir, I assure and urge you, go ahead, top up and sit tight. There's a whole lot in that stock. C&I leasing has gone international. They are also looking at various kinds of maybe acquisitions we do not know yet, but there's a lot that eventually the public will come to learn about C&I leasing. Good afternoon, Coach. Can I top up WAPCO? I bought initially at 144. I urge you to go ahead if you have resources to top up your WAPCO, because WAPCO is not done with its run yet. It's just slowing down and holding on. The next move WAPCO will do is to 150. So at 131, as we speak right now, 131.95, not a bad idea to top up. You have my backing to do that, because first off, it reduces your initial entry price from 144 down before any other thing. Can I sell PZ and move to UACN or Presco or Aradel? Okonye, I will say sector for sector. If you are selling PZ, which is in the fast-moving consumer goods sector, pursue UACN with the same cash and sit tight. I'm actually new in stock market and I need guidance. Spunky412. Hello, Spunky. You can be new in anything. I can assure you, you can be the best in that thing in a couple of times, depending on how you apply yourself and seek knowledge. And you are in the right place to get started even if you have zero knowledge about the stock market. No one who is an expert in a thing was ever born with it. Everyone you see who is a star in one field or the other was once a learner. And so this is how I welcome you to the stock market. And should there be anyone listening to me right now who is just joining and perhaps looks confused about what we are doing, I can tell you for sure that you are in the right place, and all you need to do is pay attention, ability to take instruction from a distance, and then follow what the developments in the market with us on the platforms provided, and you are good to go. For example, to open a stock brokerage account, you need a stockbroker. You don't have one, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. I will forward a link to you to do so. And then, of course, you need some foundational knowledge. I'll send you a link to go through some beginner guide videos on my YouTube channel. Go ahead, feel free. And then when you understand what we are talking may be like jargon now, but you will get to enjoy the beautiful details of what we're doing. So this is me introducing you to the stock market and explaining further how to buy and sell stocks. You need a stock brokerage account. You need a stockbroker to execute deals for you. The rules of the stock exchange across the world is that no two individuals can come together to buy and sell stocks. So what happens is you must have a stockbroker to buy stocks, and any seller must have a stockbroker to sell those stocks. Now you open your stock brokerage account, you fund it, and then based on the little knowledge you are gathering, because we will not advise that you go into stocks with zero knowledge. But you know what? Even as a beginner, you can receive guidance here while you learn and earn. All right. So we have a Net Worth Investors Club on Discord app. Over 3,000 members right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to announce to you, Nigerians abroad and Nigerians in Nigeria, all involved, including some foreigners, because we discuss foreign stocks as well, all in a bid to grow our net worth. And then, of course, you can join us there for free. Just send me a DM on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. I'll forward the links to you. You join us every day outside the 2 hours live stream, Monday to Friday here. You can also continue to follow market developments, okay? So that's the way it goes. And then you ask all sorts of questions you want. The ESCO is always available. Truth is, when you buy a stock, you are buying a part of a company and you own it for life. Until you sell, there is no, you stand to benefit throughout the existence of that company. Right? Coach, what do you think of Vitafoam? Vitafoam has actually delivered a lot this year, and it's interesting to see that they have eventually consolidated. I personally was expecting that Vitafoam will come up with something in the form of, sorry about that mix-up, something will come up in the form of a corporate action like bonus. But we are still waiting to see. It could still happen because they need to also sort of increase their capital base along the line, right? So that's what it is with Vitafoam. This was a stock that was neglected because of poor performances, but we discovered towards the end of last year at 25 naira per share. So before our very eyes, Vitafoam kept flying till it got to 80. Currently 78 naira 90 kobo. Ladies and gentlemen, NEM Insurance nears 40 naira. As we speak, 39 naira 30 kobo. How many people bought NEM at 15 when I mentioned it here? Please indicate. I want to celebrate with you specifically. We were here all together from nowhere. I just got the inspiration to research NEM and then came up with the details of how strong that company was. There was no news about the Insurance Industry Reform Act and so on. We were just on our daily, search for opportunities, and I announced NEM, and then some people bought. If you bought NEM Insurance, please indicate. Let me see. NEM Insurance is now 39 naira per share, all the way from 15. Njoko Njoku CO says, I bought NEM at 17. Congratulations. Are you seeing great minds here? Sugar Ban says, Coach, I bought NEM at 10. Congratulations. Are you seeing great minds? They are taking instruction from a distance. They also do their due diligence. And then when they find out, oh my God, most bits says, I bought NEM at 17. Now, a lot of reactions from Instagram. Where are the TikTokers? Come on now, let me see your reactions. I sold at 17. Okonkwo, oh my goodness. But I guess you made some profit when you sold. I want to believe so because NEM has continued upwards until 39 naira per share. Can you see what patience can do in this market? The law sum says I bought at 13. At some point, I wanted to sell. You advised me not to sell. Oh my God, this is amazing. He could have sold at around maybe 17 or 19. And I said, hold on there. There is serious value in that stock. Now, guess what? NEM is 39. I'm really happy for you, the Lawsome. We are making money this year. Oh, Okonkwo bought at 3 naira many years ago and sold at 17. Awesome. You see, that's what I talk about the stock market. We are actually thinking we are selling stocks. We buy and sell stocks, but actually it's patience. We are buying and selling patience, okay? Because Okonkwo bought at 3. That's a good performance from 3 to 17, and it's not an easy weight. That was when even the market was not too impressed with the insurance industry. Okay, so she sold at 17. Fantastic result, if you like. And guess what? So where her level of patience ended is where the next person's level of patience started. And so we are actually buying and selling patience and not stocks, if you like, right? Danama says, I bought NEM at 1 naira 60 kobo. Do you still have it? It's now 39 naira per share. Oh my God. You guys are simply amazing. Hello, Coach. Please, what's your take on custodian? It seems to be the only insurance stock with supplies. Yes, because it's been expensive and it's been on a solo run for so long. Custodian used to be around 19 naira, 20 naira, and now it's at about 40 something naira. And so, well, people have made money on custodian, and I know they made that move when the CEO of Toyota Nigeria bought a lot of that stock to add to his position around May or April. I made a post about it and so on and so forth. But guess what? That man has doubled the money he invested that time. It was over 1 billion naira or something like that. Or was it about 3 billion? Something of that nature. He pumped into custodian insurance. Then it was at 20 naira, 19, 20. And then after he bought, it jumped to 22, 23, 25, 27 and pulled back. Now it's at 40 something naira within the same year. And we are only halfway to the year and now in the 8th month. Guess what? There's money in this market. You are the one who is refusing. If you are ready, you will also be a part of this money being made, and legitimately so. So when you have an idea like this, what's your problem getting involved in scams and frauds and all that? You can see it's easy to make money. Easier, far easier, especially when you have platforms all over the place. People are putting in efforts to share ideas about investing. It was never so before, but now it's looking great. Ami says, Coach, is Wapik and Tip still good buys? Well, if you ask me these days, the insurance industry is where to be. It's just a matter of timing your entry. What's happening with this stock now? I was seeing some transactions going on there. Hold on, let me check to confirm. I was talking about Honeywell floor. Okay, are they about to do something great again? So bids for Honeywell floor is beginning to build up. 2.2 million bids versus 1.2 million offers. Maybe another round of increase is in the around the corner for Honeywell, because as we speak, Honeywell has remained a little bit reserved or laid back for a while, and I think it could be ready in itself for a little bit of a rally. You know, it got to 30 and then pulled back to 27, stayed there for a while, and then returned backwards to 25 and then to 23. Yesterday it closed at 23.25. Now it's 23.70, and the bids are now more than the offers. 1 million shares more bidded compared to the offers on the table. So keep your eyes on Honeywell floor. It could just be ready to jump back to 25 and then 27 and then 30 in a couple of days. Is it advisable to stick to only one company and invest as much as possible? Jimo Adediro, thank you very much for that question. Honestly speaking, it is not advisable because that means you are not diversifying, and that means your risk level is even at the highest. Putting that is akin to putting all your eggs in one basket. Anything happens to that company, news or whatever, and then all your investment is gone. This is why we advise that you actually go ahead and diversify your portfolio. Do not be invested also in only one sector. There was someone who sent me a DM talking about his love for the banking sector and therefore stays invested in only banks. And I told him that's a wrong approach, because the banks will have their bad days, and what happens? For instance, the insurance industry is vibing now, and the banking sector has cooled off after that rally around the banking sector when GT Bank got listed on the London Stock Exchange. So you don't stay in one sector and sit back. And then the banking stocks pay their dividend in one season. For those who pay twice, they pay in November, around October and in May. So instead of restricting your dividend cash flow to just be in October and in May, why not also diversify into sectors that pays their dividend later on in the year? Like the agri sector, where Okomu Oil is going to be paying interim dividend later this month. And then, of course, the manufacturing sector, where Dangote Cement, Bua Cement, WAPCO, all of those people pays dividend much later than the May that most companies pay dividend, including the banks. So that way you stagger your dividend cash flow amongst various months in the year, and then you don't strangulate yourself into waiting till October or till May before you see any inflow of dividend. That will also help to keep your stocks in place, because those dividends can flow in at a time when you need cash and there is no other option but to sell your stocks. But because the dividends came in, you go ahead and spend, right? That's the way to do it. So do not limit yourself to one particular stock alone or to one sector alone. The wisest thing to do is to diversify, but diversify with wisdom. Do not also over diversify. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We are now at the 1 o'clock hour mark, where we will proceed to taking calls on the on TikTok, right? So the phone lines are now open, but that's until I take this one from Kaka. It's been standing there. Coach, please, is DIR? Oh, it's jumped away. Unfortunately, that question goes. So please, if I skip your question for any reason, it's just an error, you may want to do well to call back so we can continue. Maobi is on the line. I will have to go straight and take his call. He's a special part of this family. I want to enhance the voice so I can hear you. I have to put up this mic now so we can talk. Hello, Maobi. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello, coach. Hello, coach. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody in the house. It's been a long time, and very happy to hear from you again after a very long while. Only 2 days, but for us, it's a long while because the value we get here every day. Man, I don't know. We cannot pay for it, and right now we are addicted.
Thank you very much, Maobi. I actually got started laughing when you said for a very long time. It was just Friday, and Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
But even for me, it felt long,
yeah,
I
exactly.
missed you all. So it's good that we are back again and
Yeah,
right on time, especially after that interview. I'm sure so many people got into insurance, and up till yesterday, there were still supplies of insurance stocks. Hopefully, we change our orientation towards that sector and begin to look at a long-term positioning for some of the best. Along the line, we will do our research to confirm which of them are the best to hold after all of these initial hypes that is going on right now in the market. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have Maobi in the house as my host, co-host, as usual. So we'll run this together today and see how far we go. Keep your calls coming in. We had
Yeah,
Okonkwo
exactly,
waiting
coach.
on standby while I was taking Maobi's call. Maobi, do you have any other thing to say before I get on to get more people talking? Okay, Okonkwo is next. After Okonkwo, will follow this sequence. Jason Momoa will follow after Okonkwo. Then Chiejine Ubome will be next. And then Favi is the fourth caller I'll be taking on from now. Okonkwo is the next. Please, coach, good afternoon. Please, how long do I get my funds when I send my shares and the time frame? Maximum 4 days. That's the rule of the exchange. T plus 3. Trading day plus 3, 4 days. Hello. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, Coach. Nice to be here again.
My pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's about, first of all, this rally in insurance. Virtually all of them are on full bid. Both the pending stocks, both the one, all of them are on complete full bid. You can't even see to buy. So my question now is, will this, because after you always say after jubilation comes reality. So please, will all this now be, will it last? Will it last actually, or it's just something of within few weeks? Then if you are smart enough, you sell off, or is it something that will last basically? Then secondly, my other question is about this charms rights issue. Though I wasn't aware all this while, if not for this afternoon class. For us who are old holders of the stock, does it mean, because after I checked online, I think it's around 1 naira something for the former shareholders. That is, the price will be reduced to 1 naira 77 kobo. So what's your take on it? Is it advisable to buy it? Because there was a time you mentioned something like not really jumping into rights because it might deny you the opportunity of getting dividends or something. So I want to really get clarification on those two facts.
Okay, first off, insurance stocks jumping right now and being the darlings of the market is not new. And this is not the first time a particular industry will rally. That is to say, everything that goes up must come down. Gravity will eventually happen. But the prices will no longer be the same as they used to be. So there's going to be a landing point, but we just don't know when that landing point will be or where it will be. The important thing is most people who bought the insurance stocks early enough before the rally will still be sitting in profits even after the pullback. A pullback is imminent after so many days of the rally that we are experiencing. What I have to say is, everyone stay patient. Don't be alarmed. A new era is emerging for the insurance sector, and you are not left out. What you have missed now is just the initial hype. And do not feel left out. It's a long, long journey for the insurance sector to actually build up to become the force that it can be. But it will take time. They will do their recapitalization exercise like banks are doing now. And like I said in that interview, the best thing for them to do is to wait till the bank's recapitalization exercise expires in April 2026, because people will prefer banks to insurance if they run their recapitalization exercise parallel to that of the banks. So let the banks be done. Let them use this period. It's just a couple of months from now, that of the banks will expire. Let them now use this period to fine-tune and perfect everything that needs to be done. I'm talking about the regulators and then they give their timetable for recapitalization of the insurance sector. At that point, most investors will have funds to take position in these insurance stocks. If I may be contacted to really advise what time it should kick off, I will say April 2026 or 1st of May 2026. And you want to know why? Because by that time, first, the bank recapitalization is done. Second, most people will be receiving dividends in May, and then they will be positioned well enough with raw dividend to fly into those insurance stocks. That way, they will really, really succeed. There are so many money bags who will be receiving billions in dividends also. Talking about bank owners and all these directors in most of these companies, they will have billions to spend. At that point, that will also help the insurance company to succeed in terms of subscription for their offer. Thank you very much. Question number 2. Can you hint me again what it is?
It's about Champs rights.
Good. Champs rights issue.
Yeah.
For everyone who had Champs on or before 16th of June, you qualify for a 142 rights, 1 naira 70 kobo.
Yeah.
So all you need to do, calculate the number of stamps you had between when you bought and 16th of June, not after 16. Any stamps bought after 16th of June does not qualify for the rights. So the stamps you bought before on or before 16th of June, divide the quantity by 2. Whatever you get, multiply by the offer price, 1 naira 70 kobo. Provide that form, request for the form from your broker, fill it, submit, and let them debit your account for that amount. What Champs is doing is, look, shareholders, you could have just gone ahead to do public offer at the market price of 2 naira 50 or 2 naira 70 or even 3 naira, right? And then receive more money. But you know what? You've been very loyal. You've been there all along. You deserve what you want to do at a better price. So, by way of rewarding you for your loyalty, I'm going to offer you at a very fantastic discount. Market price is 250. You are going to get it at 1 naira 70 kobo. Just provide it, and then we use the company to expand the business. So that's the case with Champs. Is it understood now?
Okay, sir. I'll contact my broker definitely.
Thank you very much.
But I hope it doesn't disturb dividends when they are sharing dividends. They won't exclude them. You that bought the rights.
No. As long as they do the allotment, dividends paid going forward, all your rights, the stocks are now alive. They are now in existence. So they will be, of course, rewarded accordingly with the old stock that you have.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, you now understand. And I'd also like to point out that you are not under compulsion to take up your rights. If you do not have the funds to pay for it, you can reject it. Eventually, some other people will order for more. And then, of course, you can also apply for more than your rights. I need you to understand this, okay? All right, Justin Momoa. Okay, I think I need to be regulating this. When I'm speaking, I'll have to put on this so that the sound quality will be better. Okay?
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon, sir. Hello, Coach. Good afternoon, sir.
Where are you coming from? Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Jason. I'm coming from Delta State, Asaba.
Jason from Delta. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Okay, Coach, what do you have to say about Omatech?
Omatech. I've said a lot about Omatech. There is a chance that they are trying to build up their they're trying to revive that company, but I do not have sufficient information to speak in detail about it. All we are seeing is some activity around the stock that pretty
it doesn't pretty justify financial performance. But usually, when you have things happening like that, there could be things in the sidelines that is going on. I do not have much information to share. All I've experienced with Omatic is price appreciation.
Okay, so are you saying that Omatech is a good buy, or because I have it like 200,000 stocks?
If you have Omatic, depending on how much you bought, you can hold on to your Omatic and let's watch developments on that stock.
Okay. The second question, what do you have to say about MTN? MTN stock, because I bought it at 480 and now it's down to 460. Should I still buy more or wait for it to come down a little bit?
Okay, you run after the moving train. MTN, I think, from the current bid and offer status, what you should do is just keep monitoring bid and offer. At this point, that's what you will do. Currently, 3.5 million offers versus 203,000 bids only, meaning the pressure is on the sellers. And you want to wait for it to dip more to buy. But the best thing to do is to buy more as it dips. So all you are looking for is a deeper dip than what it is now, so that your enterprise will come down eventually.
Okay, I should wait for it to come down a little bit before I buy
Yes,
more.
just keep monitoring. This is now your own assignment because I won't know when it finally dips further. So for you, keep monitoring bid and offer. Once you see that the bids have started mounting up, because right now there are only 220,000 bids versus 3.5 million offers. So there are chances it will keep dipping. But once you see bids are beginning to mount up to equal offers, in fact, it has mounted up to now be more than offers, then you know that it's time to buy.
Okay, but coach, to be honest, this bid and offer, I'm still confused about it. Like, can you explain in that bid and offer?
What platform are you using?
I'm using Bamboo and Afro-Invest.
You can't see these things I'm talking about on those platforms, so there's nothing I can explain again.
Okay,
The
but
only way you, the
I'm
only way
using
you,
Afro-Invest.
the only way you can know bid and offer is maybe you call in and you ask or you type during live stream. That's it.
Okay, okay, thank you. And then the last question is, according to this lady that called last, you said something about rights that we should ask rights from our broker.
Do you have
So?
do you have chance?
No, no, I don't have chance, but I'm planning on buying
That
it.
we're discussing chance, right?
Okay, well, no problem. Thank you.
All right.
You see, Jason was still in a noisy environment. Please stay away from the noises when you call. Next caller, Chiejine Ubome. Chinex says Bamboo has bid and offer. Please guide him through. I don't use Bamboo.
Hello, coach.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, coach.
What's your name?
Um,
Where are you calling from?
I want to sincerely thank you for all the good things that you are doing. I've been following you diligently for the past 3 months, and my portfolio is on fire,
On
especially
fire.
on this insurance stock.
On fire.
Yes.
Love that.
Um, Coach, I wanted to know more. When we continue to place bid, let's say for example, there's continuous bid on a particular stock and there is no more offer, what happens next? And the second question is, all this money that we usually use to buy stock for a particular company, for example, how do the company get those money and actually use the money to do their business and then make profit from it, from the NGS?
Okay. First, I will answer the second question, your last question. Then you will remind me what the first question is. Number one, Stay away from the noise. You've asked a very important question. Otherwise, I will answer you. Unfortunately, the noise is too much. I can't cope with that. But he asked a very interesting question. And that question was, because I can't remember his first, that question was, I was actually following market developments. You know, I'm here to give you updates, and I don't want to miss out on any that may arise. So his question is, how does the companies whose stocks we buy on a daily basis get the money that we spend in buying those stocks to expand the business? Now that takes us to our knowledge session for today. Let's understand this. The only time the company has the money that you are spending on a stock is during either the initial public offer, private placement, or rights issue. But every other transaction on the floor of the stock exchange, none of those cash goes to the company. So it's almost like the companies raise the seed capital to run the business, doing a public offer. And you might have bought it, maybe the offer price is 5 naira per share during the public offer. They run with that money to create more value and starts paying you who bought it and owns the shares dividends. The market looks at it and says, wow, at 5 naira, a stock is paying 50 kobo dividend. That's a lot. I think I need to buy. Bid war begins to happen. And then before you know it, the stock price begins to move from the 5 you bought it to 6 to 7 to 8. They continue to create value, expanding the business with the little you gave them, and then continually creating value, making more money for shareholders, increase the dividend to 1 naira per share. The market says, wow, this is awesome. At 6, at 7, at 8 naira, a stock is paying 1 naira. That's a lot. Now let's go ahead and keep buying. And then they pursue the stock and keep buying. The stock price keeps going up. That money that they spend buying on the floor of the exchange does not go to the company. It goes to the holder of the stock. So all that is happening is exchange of shares for cash on the floor of the stock exchange between would-be shareholders or prospective shareholders and existing shareholders. So the one who bought at 5 during the public offer is now feeling, I've made a lot of capital gains. It's now 9 naira per share. I think I can sell some, I can sell all, and divest completely from that business or company to another company. When that happens, what you've got is money exchanging hands between the retail investors who own and exchange these stocks amongst themselves. That's what happens. The only time again the company may come back to the market to sell shares, to receive money directly, is when they say, oh, we need to expand the business further. That means we need to recapitalize the company by creating new shares and coming with a public offer again. Or we come with a rights issue strictly for only existing shareholders and so on. So if I buy, for instance, those who bought ICO at 1 naira 77 kobo a few weeks ago and have sold or decide to sell today at 4 naira, they are selling for the reward of capital gains for deciding to take up from somebody who already had it, right? So that explains it. All of the profits being made right now goes into the pocket of existing shareholders who decide to sell, and into the paper profit records of those who have not sold but are still holding on and seeing the gains build up and swell their portfolios. So that's what happens. I hope that explains it very well. The third person I can't find anymore, so I'll go ahead to engage with Favi. I've forgotten his first question. The noise was too much, and that's why I couldn't continue to have him.
Why are you disturbing this girl?
Hello, coach.
Please, could you go away from the noise?
Good afternoon,
so we don't
sir.
put you off.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm Chizaba from Lagos. I'm calling from Lagos. So, sir, I have this question I want to ask. There's this Zenith public offer I bought on last year around June or July, if I'm not mistaken. So I think now that the shares is on gain, I want to ask, how do I sell it?
First off,
Since
because
it's
you
a
bought a
public
public
offer.
offer, first off, because you bought a public offer, get a stockbroker, open an account with them afresh, then instruct them to dematerialize your Zenith Bank if you bought a public offer. Because here
Yes, I have a stockbroker with Atlas already,
no,
which I've informed them about it.
it's
But
just
they're asking me to send email to Veritas registrar,
have you done that?
of which I did around last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But I've not gotten any response from them.
Okay. Make a comment. Let Atlas respond. Atlas is here in the live stream. If they need to come up, and we know. Okay. Just make a comment.
Okay, sir.
Please help confirm the status of my dematerialization of my Zenith Bank shares. Make a comment there. And, in fact, let me see if I can call Atlas up because sometimes they can be busy. Let's see if I can call them up. Okay, Maobi was lost the other time. Let me also bring him up. So hang on. Let's see if we can get Atlas to respond. Or let's look through the comment section if they prefer to make comments. I'm trying
Okay,
to.
sir.
Okay. While we are waiting for Atlas to connect, because the invitation has gone, but I don't think connection has happened yet. We go on to the next caller. But I have a question from Yamik. Please, coach, is it possible to withdraw my capital from the stock? Absolutely. Just sell the total value of the capital you invested based on the number of shares, and that's it. You can actually sell off your capital if you're in gains and then leave the rest in the market, or sell off everything and take both your capital and your profit. Very straightforward. Atlas, please, if the connection is failing, maybe you could just give us a response on the comment section. All right, we'll go on to the next caller while we're waiting for a response. Carlo Alejandro. Maldini says, Coach, what's your take on Prestige? Well, I've shared separately how Prestige is well run, at least money is being made. It's principally dominated by Indians, and so you know how frugal they can be in business. So properly run and can only keep going strong. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Be rest assured, I won't overemphasize that. So wherever you are joining from, make sure you are following so you can also be a part of the money-making business ideas that we share here. Also, all views expressed in this live stream are completely personal. They are not investment advice. Do your due diligence, okay? Clean did his due diligence and decided, no, I'm not going to send my ICO, even if coach sells his. And now he's been rewarded from 1 naira 77 kobo to 4 naira plus in a couple of weeks. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Go on to the next caller. It's obvious we couldn't connect with Atlas. I don't know if they made a comment, but I'm trying to resend to see if we connect this time. Just Kemi is next on the line. Okay, I'm seeing a comment there. Coach, the US stock you recommended, Celsius, I'm 65% up. Coach, you're a prophet, thanks. 65% up on Celsius. Interesting. Congratulations. I'm clean. You've been doing amazing. Smart people make money from a distance. Very little instructions given. Hello, good afternoon. Is Kemi there? Good afternoon, Kemi. Hello.
All right. Alicia is unaware that she called in, so we'll just excuse her and proceed to next caller. Next caller, Dali G.
Good day, coach.
Very good afternoon. Your name and
Yes,
where you're from.
my name is Darlington. I'm calling from Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Darlington, for joining in. Appreciate your presence. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Yes, I have a question for Atlas. It's regarding to Charms rights issues.
Okay.
I've been owning Charms since on 22nd of May. That's when I bought it this year, and I was supposed to qualify for rights issues, but I'm not seeing my name in the email they sent. So I just wanted to confirm what is going on.
You're not seeing your name in the email. What email?
There's an email Atlas sent earlier today that they say we should click on the link to confirm the your eligibility for Charms rights issues, and I click on that and entered all the details. I used my email because from the options there were email, phone number, and your full name. Then another thing was account RNA. I've used my name, I've used my email, I've used my phone number, but I didn't see my name. But I've been owning Charms since on 22nd of May.
Okay. Hello, Atlas. We need you now more than ever. Are you there? I'm putting in an invitation again to Atlas to respond. I've just checked and I've seen the mail, and that's interesting. Fantastic move here by Atlas. The way it's taken. This could make it much.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Ma.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Please,
Good
can you
afternoon, Coach.
respond to this?
Okay, maybe you might need to send us your name. Let's verify again because that's the public link available to verify if you're qualified.
Okay, yeah. I
So
also
you might need to just send us a message.
okay. I called you regarding this yesterday, which you said I should contact the registrar. So I called the registrars yesterday for Chaps, and I was told it was still waiting for SEC approval. So when I saw the mail today, I was like, okay, let me just check. So I will just send you my name on WhatsApp if that's okay with you.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, on to the other caller's request, please. Favi, are you there? Please, you may want to reconfirm what your request is. Hello, Favi. All right, we will just proceed with the next caller. Excel Burr, I don't know what to call you. The way your username is.
Hello, Coach, I'm here.
Can you
Hello.
reconfirm your situation? Atlas is in the house.
Okay. Hello, Atlas. Please, this is I say Buchi's over favor. I've tested you on WhatsApp severally concerning my dematerialization on the Zenith shares, and you said me I should fill a form from Veritas Register, which I did, but I've not got a response from them. And if I keep testing you on WhatsApp, you're not responding. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Zoba.
Good.
Can
Good
you
afternoon.
forward all your documents to our official email address? It's more faster. There's a long queue on WhatsApp. When I mean a long queue, everybody comes to WhatsApp to drop all of their requests, and we still have to refer you back to the email because we need to attach some documents to avoid missing out on your request. So can you do a mail to us? So
Okay.
one of our representatives will pick it up and respond to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Atlas. Hello, XCLBR. I don't know what to call you. Can you pronounce that name?
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
It's just the nickname is Excalibur, but I omitted all the vowels.
All right, Excalibur, tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, my name is Samuel. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Samuel from Port Harcourt. Go ahead.
Okay. I have shares, Zenith Bank shares my dad bought for me when I was a minor. So, but he has transferred the ownership to me now. So my question is, how can I view these shares online? Because it's just papers I have, documents dating 2007, 2008. So how do I transfer these shares online to view them?
All you need to do is get a preferred stockbroker, register with them, and then let them dematerialize those that are public offers, do a global search, and assemble the rest into your brokerage account. That's what to do.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for keeping it brief. And of course, your dad is a hero for doing what he's done for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, on to Twin Studios. Twin Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Julius Berger is receiving some attention. 146 naira per share right now, up from 134 naira it closed yesterday. Let's watch and see what's happening with that stock in a couple of days, okay? We lost whoever was trying to call in. Okay, Atlas, please look through. Hello, Twin Studios, are you there? Or TWM Studios? Okay, we've waited long enough, no sound, meaning could have been an error in calling. So we go on to the next caller. The Muslima Finance, is that? The name is not complete, but I guess that's what it is. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, World Coach.
Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're speaking from.
Oh, Ice. Hear me now, please.
Loud and clear. Your name
All
and where
right.
you're speaking from.
Kalila calling from Abuja.
Kalila from Abuja. Thank you for.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
So I just want to ask about Okomu Palm Oil and MTN. What's your take about those stocks, and do you think they are overpriced, and is this a good time to buy more?
Actually, based on the chart I'm looking at here, it's a very good time to buy Okomo. If not a time to also wait for further pullbacks. You just draw my attention to see that Okomo is selling below 1,000 at the moment, 990 naira per share.
Oh, okay. As at yesterday, it was 1,050 yesterday.
It closed yesterday at 1,020, in fact. So it's now 990 naira, which is a good price to start taking position. But I'm afraid the bid and offer status tells me it could drop further because we're having just 52,000 bids versus 389,000 offers. Maybe those who bought Okomo for trading purpose wants to pull out, put more in insurance. At points like this, at times like this, is when I advise people, come on now, go ahead and strike, because this Okomo under 1,000 is a good prospect.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then for your MTN, it's also in a similar situation of a pullback. And this is why I always advise that people shouldn't run after a flying stock. Wait for it to pull back. The signs that made it run that fast earlier shows that the market has seen something good in those stocks. Now you are going to be able to buy it at a better price. And then the next is to cross your legs, sit down, sip some maybe yogurt.
Fresh tea.
Exactly. Sip some fresh tea and then watch it climb in a couple of months. Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Thank you so much. Bye for now. To the next caller. So we have
Uyi West, next. I am trying to develop a discipline where I focus on calls instead of comments at this time so we can attend to more calls as much as possible. While the moderators, Maobi, Oremos, Rehoboth, or Gratitude Boss, can deal with comments on the comment section. Okay, it's looking like Uyi's connection is not Uyi's connection is not responding yet. So I'll proceed to Pastor J. Isoken Agbon says, hello, coach. HIMS is down now to about 49. Do you think it's a good idea to top up? Depending on when you bought, I've always advised people to buy HIMS from 21, then to 25. Then the most recent dip from 70 was to 47, which I asked them to buy. So if it's at 49, it's not too far from where those who bought in profit took position. But if you bought higher than 49, then you may want to wait a little bit more to see how low it drops, and then you average down. Okay, most of the calls seems not to be connecting, but we'll keep trying to get across to you. Next caller is Nafisa. Hello, good afternoon, Ma.
Hello, good afternoon, coach.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Nafisa. I'm streaming from Lagos, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Even though we know you, but just go ahead then.
Okay, Mayabi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to ask, I don't know if Atlas, they are still here. I want to ask, I have charms in 3 broken page, so I prefer to have it in a place. Is it possible for me to just buy everything, take my right offer, calculate and take it in one brokerage firm?
I think that's possible, but I'll let Atlas respond.
Okay.
Hello, Atlas. Please respond.
Yeah, hello. Okay. Yeah, if you have qualified units with different houses, you can take up your right with a broker. All what you need to do is just download the customized form for you, fill all the necessary details, and return via the broker you want to go through.
So does she fill the 3 different forms customized for her, or she fills with the one broker she wants but enters all the details in terms of quantity of shares?
No, separate form for separate broker,
But submit
because
for
it has to be verified.
Okay.
You can't lump sum together.
Okay, so let me break it down once again. If you have more than one broker that you own charms, download each of their forms, complete the details, make the total sum available with the broker that you want to submit all through, and submit all the other forms through that broker. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Nafisa, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And a quick question again. I want you to talk about QTIC. I think I've been holding QTIC for long. I don't know. I'm tempted to sell and go into insurance. But I think QTIC is going to do wonder. So I just say maybe I should ask you so you can talk about it, because I have a whole lot of it.
Alhaja wants to hear from the prophet, just to reassure. Just like
Yeah.
with Presco, right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, you already have some substantial insurance stocks. And I want to remind you of your original self that can look at a stock and even in the face of the frustration of it not moving, dump it and focus on other things. And always, almost often, you come back and see that stock flying again. And then you
Yeah.
compare yourself to say, yes, I did well, I didn't panic to sell. It happened for you when you shared with us regarding one of the most prominent and class act behavior, which is Transcorp. If you endure Transcorp, Qtix is too small.
Yeah, that is true. That's
Transcorp
true.
is the most frustrating of them all. Always selling under 1 naira. A lot of people don't know this Transcorp 98 kobo. Every time 98 kobo, 95 kobo, 90 kobo, then 1 naira, then back to 90 kobo for years until that turnaround happened. One thing is this, not all stocks will jump at the same day. Every stock has its own day. Qtix has gathered sufficient momentum after that 1-for-1 that they issued last year. It's almost certainly ready to advance further. A lot of things are going on. The results will keep improving, and Qtix will also have its day. Maybe when Qtix will start jumping, the insurance hype must have cooled off. So
Yeah, that's true.
I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to tap into that patience quality that you have. Don't discard it. Get back and collect from it and have it for Qtix. It will come back and reward you massively, especially knowing you have substantial quality.
اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this encouragement. So I'm okay now.
Great. And that is how, just the way you came back for press school, you will come back for this one and tell us, whoa, coach said it. I waited. It jumped to 6 naira. Congratulations
Yes.
in advance.
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, bye for now, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Okay. Next caller, Louisa Oge. She normally doesn't have time to call in because of work. Now, let's hear what Louisa has to say. Hello.
Hi, coach. Can you hear me?
Oh, your environment is quite noisy. Are you there?
Please put your hand up in front of the contact. Or emergency. Hi, coach. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm on a flight. I'm about to leave, but I just wanted to ask a quick question.
Let's have it quickly.
Okay, I wanted to know what someone can go in on with about 4M right now.
Well, everything is looking good with U.S. at this point, especially wise. USN 68 between under 70. Are you with me? 68.90 and under. USN.
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
68.90 and under. USN. 68.90 kobo and under. That's a good price to enter.
Thank you, sir.
Have a safe flight. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we keep going. Next caller is Henceforth. Henceforth has been on the queue. It's your turn. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Go on the YouTube channel and follow. Today's live stream will be downloaded live from TikTok onto the YouTube channel. And that's how we'll be doing this until I get back to live YouTube streaming. Hello. Okay, that call failed. We'll proceed on to the next caller, Jacob Folari.
Insurance stocks are vibing all over the place. It's good to see and good to know.
I'm following.
Olarin, good afternoon. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're.
How do you advise somebody, a retiree, to invest 5 million?
Retiree.
Please.
A retiree needs
Who's already 65?
flow. A retiree needs regular cash flow, and that means invest in quarterly dividend stock, majorly, and then the other dividend stocks that pays twice a year. And if you ask me, I'll go with amongst the two quarterly dividend paying stocks, NIDF is one. That's the one I'll go for because the dividend yield is better than the second one, which is Seplat. Seplat too expensive. NIDF still has a chance for capital gains for you while still growing your dividend. So every 3 months, you are sure of cash flow into your account. Then I would say 2/3 of that money for NIDF. Then the balance should go into stocks that pays dividend twice a year. And such stocks as in the banking sector, for instance, Zenith and UBA are two good examples to pick up from. So you allocate 1 million to those two. Then the remaining 1 million, you now proceed to fast-moving consumer goods sector. Though they do not have dividend payout, but I think between them and TIP, you can distribute the remaining 1 million. So 2 million to NIDF, 1 million to UBA and Zenith, then the other 1 million to either TIP or of Cadbury USPM or Unilever. Is that okay, sir?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, the baby is thankful as well. In fact, she said thank you very much. Thank you very much, baby on the line. She's learning investments already while her peers are still going about with pacifiers. Okay, Dr. Nora is next on the line. Lily Kuchi is laughing. Benjamin, I'm saying the truth. The others are going about with pacifiers. She's already in a live stream discussing investments and retirement. Can you imagine that? At that age, she's discussing retirement. Even thankful for it. My God.
Good morning.
Fantastic children. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm meeting you for the first time. Nice to meet you.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
I think today is my lucky day, if I must say.
Really?
I used to believe in stock when I was younger, but I think I had few stock even back in my university days. Even now, I don't even know where the certificates are anymore. I had stock with Echo Bank then. I had stock with Dangote Sugars the first time they sold stock. But because I couldn't get the certificate, I lost interest in stock. But I've been listening from the FYP and I came in and I think I want to start reinvesting in stock than just leaving my money hanging on the bank. So while I would listen and gain more information, I will try to be coming to your lives. I just want to know, is it possible for me to retrieve those old stock?
Dr. Nora, is that your name?
My name is Nora Oseni. Doctor is just the professional name attached. I'm an academic doctor.
Not a problem, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever title you have is earned and very well respected here. First off, can you confirm where you're streaming from?
Okay, I'm streaming from Edo State.
Beautiful. Now, all I hear is passion in your voice and determination to get this done.
Yes, to make money and to regrow my money.
Interesting stuff. You are in the right place and you are ready to go. Your question is it possible to search for those stocks, recover them, and put them under your watch and control, right?
Yes.
100% possible. All stocks you bought, no matter when, are warehoused in the Central Securities Clearance System, which is a depository of all stocks traded. So whether you bought it through a stockbroker or not, and whether or not the stockbroker is still in business or not, those stocks are still alive. They still belong to you with your name attached to them. Even if you got them, you are married now and you got them with your maiden name, all of those things are recoverable.
Okay.
So it begins with opening a stock brokerage account. Then you now request your broker to conduct a global search of all stocks belonging to you. Supply them your maiden name if you use your maiden name, if married now, and then they will do all of those search, identify those stocks, and recover them into your new brokerage account. That way, you are now able to, from the comfort of your phone, monitor the performance of those stocks and sell if you like, buy if you like, and also recover any outstanding unclaimed dividend as well. Sounds great, right?
Yes, sounds great.
The revival of that burning passion to invest right from your early years in school. We are back to rewrite that story with you.
Okay, so where do I start from? How do I get a stockbroker?
Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, I'll forward a link to you to open your brokerage account as may be advised, or unless you have a broker of your choice. Otherwise,
I think I feel your vibe. I'll work with you.
Then also request for the link to join Networth Investors Club. Beyond a platform like this, because it's just for 2 hours daily, you can join Networth Investors Club on Discord app free. Every day, there's no restriction, even weekends. We discuss market developments, and you can follow market trends, ask questions freely. You'll be responded to even in my absence. And as time goes on, your entire mindset will change.
Can you come again? Networth. Come again. Where you said I should join? You said Networth. I didn't get the rest.
Investors Club.
Investors Club. Okay.
And then
is it searchable on Google or is it an app?
It's an app, Discord app. Never mind, if you send a DM on Instagram,
okay,
I will send you the link. But you will have to have downloaded the app, installed on your phone, opened your own account on Discord, then the app will send you straight to where we are.
Okay. I'll figure that out. So I'll start with sending you a DM. Then just for long term, I also have another question. Generally, do you advise people to believe, because I used to have this belief that if I go back in stock, I would not buy small stock anymore. Instead, I would look for an upcoming company, maybe do my research and buy massive stock so I can have a good percentage as, I don't know how to explain it. Let me say like a stock, a shareholder that can actually impact than buying, this big company like Zenith. They already have so many. Even though I bring 1 billion now, my money would not make value. But if there's a small company that I put like 10 million, 20 million, I feel I will have more value. So what do you have to say concerning spreading your shares, that is spreading your stocks rather, or investing lump sum on an upcoming company? I don't know if you got my question right.
Yes, actually, it's all a matter of deciding whether to go for growth or value and sticking to a particular plan. Depending on your preference and investment goal, you can make up your mind on how to distribute your capital. But the long and short of it is everyone wants to grow their capital while also having regular cash flow in terms of dividend. Okay. So I know you are speaking from a point of experience and some thought pattern from your initial attempt at investing in the market. But most valuable companies, no matter how diluted they are, will still make you rich. And you do not want to also take too much risk only focusing on
upcoming companies. Sometimes the risk is more with those companies that have not been proven. So if your capital is much and time is not too much on your side, then your portfolio should be tilted towards more of growth stocks than value or penny stocks.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
time will help you to get more knowledge as you join the fold. Maybe I will also send you my YouTube channel link for a particular beginner guide video.
Okay.
I know it will make a lot of sense to you because you already have the passion you initially started. It will just reignite everything and then we go ahead.
Okay. I'll send you a DM.
Please do not send DM to TikTok because I hardly am able to meet up this
Instagram.
demand. Let it be on Instagram. Thank you very much. This is a revival about to begin.
Have a nice day.
And you too. Bye for now.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes to go. Who is the next caller? Who becomes our last caller for the day? It has to be Fabulous Media. It's been standing by waiting. Let's hear from Fabulous Media as we try to round off today's session. Please note, if you missed today's session because you are in USA or Canada due to time difference, or you are at work and are not able to connect, then today's live stream will be uploaded on the YouTube channel. Do well to go and subscribe for free so you can participate, listen, and take action. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello,
Thank
Coach.
Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. You are sounding excited.
My name is Fabulous. I'm calling from London.
Fabulous from London. We're excited. You are sounding very, very excited.
Yeah. Actually, I've been into stock. I have massive. I would say I got a lot of portfolios. I got a lot in my portfolio. Yeah. My question is this, just a quick one. On the Julius Berger, is it good to top up or sell? Because I've had that stock for some time now, so I'm just asking myself, second guessing myself, if to sell or hold.
Julius Berger is now looking like a stock to hold. I need to check what the situation is. I'm seeing some level of revival and interest building up on that stock after a very disappointing performance regarding its full year 2024 report.
Okay.
So if you have waited through that disappointment and from the signals I'm seeing live on the floor of the stock exchange, this is not the time to sell.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. Thank you for your good work as well. I really appreciate it because I've been following you, but I've not spoken to you or sent any message, nothing. But even most of your videos after when I'm less busy, most especially at night, when I woke up at night, sometimes I'm unable to. I go back again because I believe that's the time for me to regain most of those knowledge you've given out. I try to understand everything again. Then I go back to my portfolio and try to work on them. So I got stuck on this Julius Berger of a thing. I said, I'm going to speak to you today. So that's it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for your good work. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we come to the end of today's live stream. You can see how you are impacting lives all the way from UK. We get listened to, and it couldn't have been possible without all of you who have joined to share this live stream, like this live stream, give gifts on screen, and of course, Maobi, the constant star, and then Atlas Portfolios, ever available and willing in spite of the deluge of requests, customer requests, pressing them, always trying to be there to also help to attend to our needs. Of course, Ray Hobart, Oremos, all of the Network Investors Club executives who have been constant and ever present, we really appreciate you. Without you, we couldn't have been announced to the world. You see, hearing them state Network Investors Club, in the beginning of that interview I had with Channels, and then Network Investors Club again towards the end of the interview, just tells me how far we have already come. And we have just not even started yet. Thank you so very much. My apologies to anyone whose questions or calls have not been able to meet up to take.
That's because time is very limited. We've come to the end of today's live stream. Tomorrow again, we meet again 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. As always, please prepare yourselves, keep your questions coming in, and of course, join us on Network Investors Club Discord app. If you do not belong to the group yet, it's free of charge. Please do well to send me a DM on Instagram. I'll forward the link to you to join and be a part of our knowledge community. Until we meet again, this is me saying thank you very much and have a great day and a good